our YouTube stream as well, and then we can start. So how's your expiry trading going? मैं भी सही हूँ रोशन भाई, all good. If we are not on YouTube for our Creator Club fellows today, I can already see your comments. तो वही देख रहा हूँ मैं अभी. Why can't I hear me? Kabir, Paytm has fallen because SoftBank has sold $200 million के shares. Oh God, YouTube audio is horrible. Yeah, ठीक है, चलो, great. YouTube is working also now. Yay. Yeah, so Kabir, Paytm has fallen because SoftBank has sold $200 million worth of shares. और सीधी बात है, अगर SoftBank या कोई भी बड़ा एंकर इन्वेस्टर ही हो गया अभी $200 million पे, तो if any big investor is going to sell shares, naturally prices are going to go down. Not only is there a sentimental impact कि अभी इतना बड़ा holdings बिक रहा है, but also excess supply result is a fall in prices. That's just how economics works, right? I sucked at economics in school and college, but इतना तो I'm sure सबसे खराब में से खराब स्टूडेंट को भी पता होगा. So I'm sure you're able to follow. आपका स्ट्रैटेजी यूज करता एक्सपायरी ट्रेडिंग के लिए? अभी फिलहाल मैं एक्सपायरी ट्रेड नहीं कर रहा हूँ सिंस मेरे एग्जाम्स चालू है. एग्जाम्स चालू नहीं है, एक ही एग्जाम है मेरा. सो 26 को मेरा CFA लेवल 2 एग्जाम है. एक बार वो हो जाता है उसके बाद आई विल बी रिज्यूमिंग. बिफोर दैट एक्सपायरी ट्रेडिंग पे टिपिकली मैं थोड़ा सा लाइट हो जाता था, बिकॉज जनरली एक्सपायरी ट्रेडिंग ऑप्शन बायर्स के लिए काफी खतरनाक होता है. एंड एज समवन हु हैज प्राइमरली डन ऑप्शन बाइंग ओनली, इट बिकम्स अ रिस्की अफेयर. सो मैं जब हेज्ड पोजीशंस लेता था, सो तब एट दैट टाइम यस, तभी मैं काफी एक्टिव था हेज्ड पोजीशंस के अंदर, बोथ डायरेक्शनल एंड नॉन डायरेक्शनल. बट ज्यादातर व्हाट आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड इज दैट इफ यू आर एबल टू रियली नेल इवन वन साइड ऑफ द मूव, जैसे मान लो कि 2 साइड का मूव आया है, एक साइड हम ये लेते हैं, इंक थोड़ा सा लाइट है, लेट्स से एक साइड ये लेते हैं, दूसरा साइड ये लेते हैं, मान लो, even if you are able to capture even one side of the move, you can step away. दिन का काम हो गया, वैसा हो सकता है if you are an option buyer. सेलिंग में ऑफ कोर्स यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे लेट्स से आपने 450 और 350 का सेल किया है, श्योर यहाँ पे आपका थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो सकता था, बट अदरवाइज यू वुड हैव बीन ओके. सो या, बोथ ऑफ देम वर्क. जस्ट ऐसे ही वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इट. HDFC Bank is running smoothly in bullish trend from few days. We'll talk about those. So पहले बात करते हैं Nifty Banknifty की, because उन लोग का ही expiry है आज, right? This is the weekly expiry. Weekly expiry पे it is just the indices that expire. Nifty and Banknifty. I believe FinNifty expiry is every Wednesday. So यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं निफ्टी के लिए practically prices have moved within yesterday's range. कल का रेंज क्या था? हम लोग कल यहाँ पे थे हाई के साइड पे, और अगर लो के एरिया में देखे देन वी वर समवेयर अराउंड हियर, नॉट रियली हियर वुड बी अ बेटर एस्टिमेट. सो बेसिकली बिटवीन 440 अप्रोक्सीमेटली टू अराउंड 340 अप्रोक्सीमेटली हम लोग ट्रेड कर रहे थे. एंड दिस इज अ वेरी नैरो रेंज टू बिगिन विथ, राइट? ये सिर्फ 100 ही पॉइंट का रेंज है, जस्ट 100 पॉइंट्स का रेंज है. बट आज एक्चुअली वो 100 पॉइंट का रेंज भी प्रॉपर्ली टेस्ट नहीं कर पाया. हियर वी आर सीइंग रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम 400 इटसेल्फ एंड सपोर्ट फ्रॉम 350 इटसेल्फ. सो एक तरह से देखे तो बहुत ही नैरो रेंज एक्सपायरी है. वी आर सीइंग प्राइसेस ट्रेडिंग within just 50 points practically, which is very, very, very narrow. Sure, I'm sure there have been narrower days, but ये काफी narrow है, especially expiry के हिसाब से. अभी एक चीज ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं कि जनरली जब भी वेंसडे जो होता है ये वॉलेटाइल होता है, when the Wednesday is volatile, at that time Thursday को थोड़ी सी कम हो जाती है. Thursday को volatility in the sense movement का size जो है वो घट जाता है, but intraday volatility increases when the prices are sideways. So वैसा ही देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे. We can see made a low, high, low again, ऊपर गया, but throughout the journey it was facing some red candles. Here also काफी generally काफी volatile market रहा है आज के लिए. So just erasing all of that, that's what Nifty is looking like right now. अगर हम लोग डेली चार्ट की बात करें तो डेली चार्ट पे एक बहुत अलार्मिंग साइन बन रहा है इन माय व्यू. सो आई डोंट मीन टू फियर मॉन्गर. मुझे ऐसा नहीं कहना कि अरे सनसनी प्राइसेस गिरने वाले हैं. अभी एक टारगेट चल रहा है. किसने बताया है मैं नहीं बोलूंगा बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू डू नेम कॉलिंग, बट समवन हैज सेड 15200 जाएगा निफ्टी. अभी क्या 15200 कहाँ पे, और अभी यहाँ पे प्राइसेस किधर? यू रियली थिंक प्राइसेस कैन गो दिस फार? लाइक डू यू रियली थिंक एक्यूरेटली कोई इतना प्रिडिक्ट कर सकता है? वी विल क्रॉस द ब्रिज व्हेन वी कम टू इट टाइप का सिनेरियो. सो आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, दैट मे बी मोमेंटम इज फेलिंग अ लिटिल हियर. सो द रीजन व्हाई मैंने इतना लंबा डिस्क्लेमर दिया इज बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट यू टू गेट द रॉन्ग पिक्चर. अगर हम लोग कल का हाई नहीं तोड़ पाते विच इज अराउंड 440 450 और सो, तो मेरे हिसाब से इट माइट हैपन दैट प्राइसेस माइट एज डाउनवर्ड्स, और हम लोग इनफैक्ट लोअर लेवल्स भी रिटेस्ट कर सकते हैं, मे बी 18120 के. सो मे बी अराउंड 250 पॉइंट्स डाउन we can retest. How much is 250 points down? Let's calculate. I have my calculator here with me. 250 divided by 18368, and that is 1.36%. So 1.36% और नीचे जा सकता है. I mean that is a possibility, right? 250 points now. So let's see if that actually happens. Obviously यहाँ पे काफी बड़ा लग रहा है because the recent price movements have been very narrow. But यहाँ पे अगर आप देखते हो, you will see that okay, it's not that much also. So that's what the market is trying to tell us right now, at least Nifty. Again, I will say थोड़ा cautious रहें because we can see आज especially selling pressure आया है. We can see practically यहाँ पे second retest दिया था. This was the first test. This was the second test of previous close. वहां से continuously selling देख रहे हैं. And this is after 3 o'clock जब ऐसा होता है थोड़ा सा, I would say it is a little concerning. We'll take a look at the option chain also. Thursday है, ऑप्शन चेन देखना चाहिए just to get an idea. See, ideally ये 3 बजे के बाद उतना मीनिंगफुल डेटा नहीं देगा, but the reason why I'm showing this to you is that next week जब आप देखते हो, जब आप एनालाइज कर रहे हो during the day before our live stream, at that time आपको पता है कि exactly हम यहाँ पे क्या देख रहे हैं और क्यों देख रहे हैं. So for instance on the call side हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि सबसे highest हुआ था 18400 का, which means it is very likely कि ये 18400 के नीचे क्लोज करेगा. करेक्ट. अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या देख रहे हैं, 18350 पे है मार्केट, which means that it has already gone below. अब इसका एक हिंट हमें मिल सकता था if we were looking at prices here. We saw कि 18400 से ही sharp rejection बना है, and here we can already see there's a new low that has formed. So that would have been one hint for us to see. क्या मेरे को OTPs आ रहे हैं, unnecessary OTPs I'm getting, and wow, मैं OTP देख रहा हूँ उतने टाइम के अंदर कितना गिर गया. So prices are falling a lot. काफी weakness है. Again the same thing that we discussed, and let's see if if we are able to recover or not. अभी Friday को typically we don't really see a very decisive movement in the sense कि हम लोग generally देखते हैं कि लगभग मे बी ये रेंज के अंदर रहेगा और समथिंग. We don't really see a decisive movement, but maybe it happens to be an outlier. So this is what Nifty is looking like. I'll come to our chat in a second. But यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कितना गिरा. And we did discuss कि यहाँ पे 18400 पे there was huge OI, call OI 4,40,000 का. उसके ऊपर भी है. Put side पे अगर देखते हैं, not a lot of OI at 400, but still a fair amount. So in a way one of the reasons why इतना शायद गिरा होगा is because यहाँ पे भी काफी put OI था, and if put OI is also there, that means maybe there were some bulls also that were expecting prices to maybe at least hold 390 or 380, or since वो disprove हो गए हैं, since they have been proven wrong, maybe that is also another reason why prices are falling by that much. Best that we can do in the market is speculate. Speculation से ज़्यादा हम लोग और कुछ कर नहीं सकते, because at the end of the day we don't know exactly why something is happening. We just know कि ये हो रहा है और उसके हिसाब से हम लोग हमारे हमारे thoughts बना सकते हैं और speculations बना सकते हैं. So that's what we're seeing. We can see 350 is the next put OI, which means कि maybe ऐसा हो सकता है the closing price that we see is somewhere in this region. Okay, closing price is the last 30 minutes का average, right? So somewhere around here हम लोग शायद closing देंगे और maybe around here closing देंगे. So let's see, prices are still going down. Let's talk about the chat. Max fall will be 17K, not less than that. Let's see. I'll talk about it. थोड़ा सा पहले देख लेते हैं उसके बाद. Reliance again behind Nifty. We'll talk about all of those. Eicher Motors, why is it falling? I remember Eicher Motors का I think result आया था. I think they said profit is up by 76%, if I remember correct. That number was dismal. It was very, 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 very small. So maybe उसके वजह से, yeah, you can see free fall in Nifty, free fall in. Like last 5 minutes भी नहीं हुआ, 5 मिनट के अंदर उसने दिन के रेंज जितना किया है. Remember at the start of the live stream हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कि I'll show you the exact numbers also, since we have that feature in TradingView. अगर हम लोग यहाँ से लेके यहाँ करते हैं, which has been the high, so days high was around 60, days range was 65 points from low to high. अगर हम लोग ये कैंडल देखते हैं, this candle alone is 47 points. अगर हम लोग देखते हैं कि प्रीवियस क्लोज रीटेस्ट के बाद कितना गिरा है, मे बी वी कंसिडर दिस, then we can see practically speaking 20 मिनट के अंदर 100 पॉइंट, which means 1.5 times the entire range of the day has happened in just 20 minutes, 4 कैंडल के अंदर, which is insane. और this is, in my view, this is at least in part because of the higher option OI that we are seeing. मैंने refresh किया है डेटा को refresh करके we can see how these numbers are evolving. So that is one thing. Let's take a quick look at Bank Nifty. Nifty को देख लिया. Banks have done a fair job of at least arresting that fall a little. हम लोग देख सकते हैं in general ये वाला जो zone है 42,400 का, वो एक important वाला बन जाता है with the resistance being somewhere here. Very interesting thing, बैंक निफ्टी ने आज भी ATH किया है. Yesterday का हाई तोड़ पाया था. It's another thing that it wasn't able to sustain above that level, but at least उसने वो level तो उसने at least वो level cross कर दिया था, even if it was momentary. So वो चीज देख रहे हैं. Now let's see if it's able to hold here. अगर यहाँ पे hold होता है, let's see tomorrow or something we see some bullish global cues. Maybe we also see some bullish action forming here in the morning. I would say there is a chance कि हम लोग और around 200 points जा सकते हैं, but we will have to see if the overall global situation supports that. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा हम लोग देख रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा सांस ले रहा है. It's like after running for 5 kilometers, Nifty is taking a breather break. So you can say that. Now the technical word for this is pullback. Pullback अब तक हुआ नहीं. It is just pulling back right now. It is also called a retracement. Let's see how it shapes up. Can we invest in banking stocks right now? I feel थोड़ा सा ऊपर है. Generally, see, investing में there are various philosophies in investing, and we can also, sorry to cut myself off, but we can also see here कि daily chart पे it is below yesterday's low and it has actually come down a lot from higher levels. So Nifty is not looking very good. In fact, just before the live stream, I was discussing with my father कि ये तो looks very dangerous. In fact, he has also said the same thing. कल हम लोग ने video release किया था. So if you want, you can check that video out. This is the one. This is him. So you can listen to his views also in this video. And his views are also relatively aligned in a similar way that we're discussing right now. So वो भी आपको मिल जाएगा. But yeah, now coming to that topic we were talking about, banking stocks में पैसा डालना चाहिए कि नहीं. Now there are several investment philosophies that one can use. एक है आप without trying to time the market, you do an SIP. If you want theoretical language, then this is also called dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging में क्या होता है that let us say market is going up and you decide that every 20 days you will buy. यहाँ पे खरीदते हो, यहाँ पे खरीदते हो, यहाँ पे खरीदते हो, यहाँ पे खरीदते हो. Ultimately, if you see your end buy average will be somewhere around here, which means आपने profit बनाया है. Now the same thing goes if prices are going down. अगर prices नीचे जाते हैं यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे, your average will be somewhere here, which means you've more or less negated the effect of timing the market. तो market timing risk होता है, उसको आपने more or less थोड़ा सा overcome करने की try किया in your little way, as much as you could do. Now that is good if you are looking for longer term investing. अभी अगर कोई बंदे को पोजिशनल करना है, स्विंग ट्रेड करना है, एंड यूर लाइक हाँ ठीक है अभी 5-10 महीने रुक जाते हैं, लेट्स सी इफ इट गिव्स रिटर्न्स और नॉट, then the equation is different. Then I can't say my recommendation because I'm not SEBI registered. I cannot legally recommend, and I will not legally recommend either, because I understand that that comes with its own sets of obligations and responsibilities from my end. But अगर मैं बात करूं मेरे ओपिनियन की, then my opinion is that let's say बैंक निफ्टी अभी यहाँ पे है, बैंक निफ्टी अभी यहाँ पे है, maybe you at least wait till banks come here or here. देख सकते हो आपकी क्या हो रहा है, because see worst case scenario क्या होगा, banks go up a little और मान लेते हैं 2-3 महीने के बाद यहाँ पे आएंगे, market is bound to retrace a little bit. Even if it does not retrace and come back to 42,400, let's say कल ऊपर जाता है 45,000 हो जाता है और परसों थोड़ा सा हम लोग सेलिंग देख रहे हैं, मान लो 45,000 से अगर ये 43,000 भी जाता है, but still you have basically saved yourself from this much of a झंझट. That's my view. So मैं typically especially ऐसे candles पे तो नहीं करूंगा. I will typically wait. There is a combination that you can do with RSI also. Maybe in the future live streams we can discuss that. But हाँ, I mean there are various ways. So एक blanket answer देना possible नहीं होगा, because I don't want to do injustice to the topic. ICICI was quite bullish today. Yeah, so that is one of the reasons why we are seeing banks holding, right? ICICI Bank, I believe हम लोग ने Tuesday के live stream में भी बात की थी. Yeah, Tuesday also it had gone up by around 2%. आज भी ऊपर है. So maybe there's something fundamentally मतलब trading के हिसाब से fundamentally good, like inherently something which is working for ICICI Bank. How come YouTube chat is so quiet today? आज सो गए लगता है सब YouTube पे. Everyone's like हाँ भाई हम लोग को अपना ट्रेड मैनेज करने दो, बाद में रिप्ले देखेंगे, रिकॉर्डिंग देखेंगे. सो good to have us creator folk today. It's an all creator crowd today for us लगता है. But yeah, that just means that we can interact more, which is good. So yeah, ICICI Bank looking good so far. देखते हैं कैसे जाता है. Now ICICI Bank के लिए मेरे हिसाब से this becomes an important resistance at 922 is it? I think 22 था based on our Tuesday analysis. No, it's 25. 925, 924 का जो एरिया है वहां पे, because हम लोग ने वहां पे सेलिंग देखा है. And if it obviously crosses that, then I feel ATH is practically more likely than not. Let's see, Reliance का देखना था. I'm loving the chat today because generally क्या होता है, I can read the chat very nicely and very आराम से, but you know that the moment you can't keep up with the chat, you know that it's going to be a fun live stream because there's a lot of engagement. So अभी situation थोड़ी वैसी है. I'm trying to gather my chat messages and then we can discuss together. So yeah, thanks for the engaging live stream. So now Reliance पे क्या देख रहे हैं हम? It is up के हिसाब से it's flat right now, 0.05% up. I don't think you can call it up really. What is actually happening with Reliance is you see this was the high it created before. अभी यहाँ से resistance ले रहा है. This is extremely similar to what we have seen in the past. And what is that? This यहाँ पे resistance लिया था, उसके बाद उसने यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस लिया, यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस लिया. So these levels, after Reliance creates a high, it has a tendency of doing this. अभी ये ATH लेवल पे किया था उसने, बट वो सेम चीज वो फ्रेश ATH बनाने के बाद भी कर रहा है. Now I feel Reliance still is fairly bullish in the grand scheme of things, but at least right now उतना confidence inspiring नहीं लग रहा है मुझे. So to answer your question, for today, kind of, क्योंकि हम देख सकते हैं that Reliance had more momentum than Nifty today, but yeah, that momentum was short lived, क्योंकि हम लोग देख सकते हैं 2610 से लेके 2594 did not take much time for Reliance. So let's come back to Nifty Banknifty for the last 6 minutes or so of the market. We can see prices are still pushing downwards, and see, this is something you'll see very very typical. हम लोग ने जब प्रीवियसली बात कर रहे थे तब हम लोग ने बात की ये कैसे एक पुल बैक है, करेक्ट. अब ये पुल बैक के बाद हम लोग ने देखा प्राइसेस वेंट डाउन. सो मे बी क्या होता है, यहाँ पे लोग फोमो में बाइंग कर देते हैं एंड देन प्राइसेस आर डाउन. Then what happens is that it makes a new low. We can see a new low. So this was very close to 300 as a level. So at that time, अभी तो ठीक है ऊपर जा रहा है, but sometimes what happens, it will fall, and if it breaks 300, तो सबके stop loss hit होने चालू हो जाते हैं. But in this case, if you had bought here at FOMO, let's say you would have bought at 100, hypothetical example, 100 पे खरीद के यहाँ पे अभी prices है, maybe those prices would be 90. Already आपका 10 रुपए का लॉस हो गया होता, एंड लॉट साइज वॉट 50, 500 रुपए पर लॉट का आपका लॉस हो गया होता फोमो के चक्कर में. एंड देयर इज नो गारंटी दैट प्राइसेस विल गो अप. वैसे भी 5 मिनट तो बाकी है. सो दिस इज वेयर इट बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू जस्ट रिलैक्स. सो 3 बजे के बाद, इनफैक्ट 2:30 बजे के बाद, 2:30-3 बजे के बाद ऑन एन एक्सपायरी इज प्लेइंग विद फायर समटाइम्स. And this holds true for buyers and sellers. So option buyers के लिए तो है ही, as we just discussed. Option sellers के लिए भी, मान लेते हैं आपने, हम लोग ने जैसे वेबिनार का लाइव स्ट्रीम के स्टार्टिंग में बात की थी, 450 और 350 का आपने ये किया है. You've made a non-directional strategy. So you've sold the call, you've sold the put. मीनिंग क्या, यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग प्राइसेस टू स्टे विद इन दिस रेंज. अभी आपको क्या मालूम होने वाला था कि एक कैंडल में आपका 50 पॉइंट जाएगा. सो दिस कैंडल अलोन हैड द पोटेंशियल टू एब्सोल्युटली नैकर योर पीएनएल. सो इट होल्ड्स ट्रू फॉर एवरीथिंग. और ये कब हुआ है? 3 बजे के बाद, आफ्टर 3 PM. इफ यू आर हैंगिंग ऑन और होल्डिंग ऑन टू पोजिशंस, इट इज लाइक प्लेइंग विद फायर. फॉर द ऑप्शन सेलर्स विथ अस, अगर आपको ऑप्शन सेलिंग के बारे में और जानना है, I interviewed a very, very interesting personality some time back in August, as we can see. His name is Shantanu. So यहाँ पे ये वाला जो है, this is the first part of the podcast I did with him, and you can listen to it if you want. You can watch it also. And this is the more important one. So he was very kind enough where he said कि अच्छा मैं एक proper live ही trading दिखाता हूँ सारे adjustments के साथ. And this is that video. I'll share this video with you also. गलती से मैंने rewind पे, हाँ ठीक है अभी काम कर रहा है. Now you can check this out. There are some people who have had mixed opinions, but I am of the belief that this is possibly the best and the most realistic resource that one can ask for. I'm just trying to find where's the share button. Share button इधर है. And I will share it with us. For those who ask questions, tension मत लो, मैं एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर कर दूंगा. For those who've not asked questions, क्या कर रहे हो? Let's be active. So yeah, you can check this video out. Still very grateful to Shantanu for share. अब देखो live है यार, इससे ज्यादा live क्या हो सकता है. So extremely useful video. And the best thing is that this gives an unfiltered view. अभी तो ठीक है, हम लोग अभी मार्केट के अंदर we're just analyzing the market. उसके अंदर we're seeing the market move live, the trades move live. So very, very cool video that we were able to do. Full credit goes to him for being able to share all that. और analysis भी की. So yeah, coming back to the point, that is also one of the risks on an expiry. So yeah, that's what it is. Abhi market bus khatam hoga. So yeah, we're likely to see a close around 350 probably, as we discussed. ICICI and HDFC doing well. We're yet to look at HDFC in our stream, but dekhenge. Prakhar, thanks for following the channel. Since how many years your father trades? So I think for him it has been around 8 years or so, 8 years actively. And before that, he's been passively investing practically since before I was born. So yeah, one day we'll have a stream with him also. If you want to see me and him talking together, we do have a few videos together. I know you'll be like, hey, bhai, market khatam ho raha hai, self plug band kar. So around 45 seconds, I'll self plug after that. But yeah, in the meanwhile, let's just see what happens with Nifty and Bank Nifty. थोड़ा सा momentum slow करते हैं 30 सेकंड के लिए. And in the meanwhile, someone had said someone contacted them on Telegram. I just checked the chat. Telegram पे कोई भी contact करता है ना, block the number. 9 times out of 10, or honestly even 10 times out of 10, it's a scam. And we've worked way too hard for our money, regardless of what we do, to let it go and give it in scams. So Telegram पे कोई contact करता है पैसे के लिए, उसको बोलो नहीं भाई, नहीं चाहिए. फ्री में पैसे दे रहा है, नहीं चाहिए. Because it's going to be a scam. I mean, I don't know which product or service you're talking about, to be very honest, because I'm trying to show, yeah, the final tick is done. We'll move now. But either way, regardless of the product or service, it is most definitely a scam. So don't really try to entertain such people. They're here to just, prey on people who don't know that much. So I mean, you said yahan pe acha got a call from Telegram. Acha, that's a stock that you are saying. Okay, I thought it's in some service. So stock maybe, I feel it's a very risky gamble. Now there's a whole entire social experiment that's there. Abhi wo social experiment ke andar jaunga, we'll overshoot our live stream by a fair amount. So मैं सिर्फ in general आपको कहता हूँ. But basically, let's say we have 100 people. We have 100 people यहाँ पे, and we have stock ABC. 100 में से 50-50 करते हैं. इसको मैं बोलूंगा buy, इसको मैं बोलूंगा sell. Let's say the stock actually went up. These 50 are happy, these 50 are unhappy. मैं बोलूंगा बाकी 50 को ठीक है भाई, no problem, चलेगा. नहीं अच्छा लगा, no problem. Then from these 50, 25 of them I will say XYZ खरीदो. 25 of them I'll say XYZ बेचो. I say buy, sell. This time, let's say the company tanks. So the people जिसको मैंने बोला खरीदो, they are cussing me. They're like, तूने तो मेरे पैसे डुबा दिए. But the people that I told कि बेचो इसको, they are saying, अरे सर आप तो मतलब बचा दिया आपने हमें, कैसे, how can we thank you? So ये यहाँ पे these end up eventually becoming my true fans. So many of these Telegram tipping services and all that we see, उसमें ऐसा होता है. So in a way, you're all part of an experiment. When something like this happens, मेरे को भी messages और सब आते रहते हैं, इसमें डालो उसमें डालो. ऊपर जा सकता है, but पैसा मेरा है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरी है. मैं आप लोग के साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ ये इंफॉर्मेशन. सो द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ शेयरिंग इंफॉर्मेशन इज ऑल्सो माइन, राइट? आई डोंट वांट टू गिव यू मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, विच इज वाई मैं थोड़ा कॉशियस हो जाता हूँ ये सारी चीज पर. बाटा इज ऑल्सो फॉलोइंग. व्हाट्स द रीजन, देख लेते हैं. अच्छा हाँ, बाय द वे, सी हियर यू कैन सी, रिमेंबर हम लोग ने ऑप्शन चेन में बोला कि 350 के आसपास क्लोज होगा. 343 is the closing price, right around 350, because this is just every single Thursday ka, it is like clockwork. This happens every Thursday. You look at the closing prices on Thursday, they'll either be near 100 or they'll be near 50. क्या गलत वाला लिया क्या टिकर मैंने? या अर्निंग्स की वजह से होगा ये तो. Yeah, you can see there's a negative surprise, which means that the company itself is not doing good. So maybe because of that, plus downtrend me here. So Bata here, where does it make sense? Maybe somewhere here, matlab around 1650, 1600. Let's see what happens. Again, you are trying to catch falling knives in this case, most definitely. Yeah. So moving average के आसपास आ रहा है, maybe around 1600 might be a good price to look at. What's your perspective for Nifty options in upcoming week? Will it be bearish? I feel there is a chance. अगर कल का high, yesterday's high is not broken, then I feel it's a very probable outcome. Do you use normal candles or Heikenashi? I think Heikenashi मैंने बस एक बार try करने के लिए use किए हैं. I always use candles. I don't even use hollow candles. I don't even use bars. Almost always just candles. Heikenashi is just a little too, too new to me in a way, because I understand them. I know how it works and all. I know strategies that are based on Heikenashi, but it's just not it's just not for me. So candles are what I typically use. I hope that answers your question. How to use moving average? Nishant, I think I have a video on that. चलो अभी self promote कर सकता हूँ मैं, because now market is also shut. So थोड़ा अगर पीछे जाते हो ना, this is the video I've done with my dad. So we're just talking and we're for the lack of a better word, we're just shooting the shit about SEBI के decisions and all. You can check this video out अगर आप लोग को और देखना है, and you can check out his videos also. But the video I was talking about is related to basics. Go on my channel. I'll share the playlists link with y'all. I don't mean to always self-promote this much. I know it can come off as too self-promotion-y, but I've got almost 620 or 630 videos at this point. इतने सारे videos बनाए हैं. एक तो वो है कि I need to put them to good use. दूसरा वो है कि there is something that I have done. Chances are if you have a question, I've answered it. So that's why I always share. ये वाला playlist जो है ना, यहाँ पे you take a look at this basics of stock markets part 2, and you look at basics of stock market live trade number 1. I talk about moving averages in this one. It's been a while since I've even updated this playlist, but I'm sure it'll be helpful. So I hope you all were able to catch that. अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आया तो replay देख लेना, that's fine. Any advice for people who want to start trading options? To those who want to start trading options, I hope you have experience. Experience अगर आपके पास नहीं है, so if you don't have experience, then I would say पहले experience लो और फिर options करो. Options are a very risky game. Okay, options are a very risky game. अगर आपको आग के साथ खेलना है तो आपको फायर फाइटिंग का एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए. So I will say that be very very cautious when you're trading options, and always remember your main objective is to not lose. अगर आप risk manage करते हो, if you are able to not lose, then you have in a way already won. And focus more on not losing than on making big bucks. क्योंकि the first thing people have in mind when they look at options is पैसा. पैसा ही पैसा होगा. इसके ऊपर भी मैंने शॉर्ट्स बनाए. I told you ना, I have videos and resources on everything that you can possibly imagine. So here if you go to the shorts, आप देख सकते हो. Yeah, can beginners make big profits by futures trading? Then we have should complete beginners trade options, lot sizes, FNO, and can you become a crorepati? Trading options with 500 ROI. So yeah, you can check all of these videos out. I mean, shorts है यार, आपको कितना टाइम लगेगा? 1 minute भी नहीं लगने वाला. These are all 40-second videos. So I'll share that also with you all. Thanks, Uday. Do check it out. See, the only reason I'm promoting myself this aggressively is because I know there is something in it that will help you out and add value. So आराम से check कर लो. And we always have our live streams Tuesday and Thursday. So अभी इसके बाद का live stream होगा on Tuesday next week. So I will catch you all in that. Apart from that, if you've got any questions, Farhan had asked what's your RSI setup? 60-40. RSI 60-40, 14 day, 14 period. Reliable indicator for intraday options. Ideally, try to understand price action with a moving average that helps you identify the trend. With any form of momentum indicator, whether it's Bollinger Bands or RSI or whatever you choose. Many people do use pivot points also. My opinion is mixed. I have used them also. I don't use them sometimes. It depends. So there's a lot that goes into the decision behind using them or not. Most of it is related to kaisa market ka condition hai. So yeah, that is the answer. And reliability, indicator reliability is it's a very big question mark, because everyone thinks ki indicator agar acha hai to performance acha hoga. It's more about how you execute and how you manage your risk. Generally, indicators will have an accuracy of between 60 to 70% is what my guesstimate would be. And उससे अगर ज़्यादा जाना है तो आपको यूज करना पड़ेगा. Like you'll have to be very smart with money management. Some indicators can perform worse because again, it assumes that you're putting in some active thought behind your decision, not just following an indicator. So probably not exactly what you asked, but I hope that helps. I'm just trying to see if there are any questions. Is it a good time to invest in Metropolis? I don't really track that stock. Let me see. Screen share नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि मैं बस quickly देख रहा हूँ इसे. I don't think so. I don't think it's a very good stock. No, I wouldn't buy at this stage. Please pay very careful attention to the words I'm using. I wouldn't. I'm not recommending. आपको अगर लगता है, if you know more than I do about the stock or if you feel it's at a good level, कर लो. Risk manage करना सिर्फ. Yeah, I think the momentum of the questions has slowed down, so I think we can call it a day. And yeah, I thank everyone for attending the webinar live stream. I'm too used to webinars. And I hope that you found good value in today's live. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one. And I do ask you to follow me on Creator and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps out a lot. And it also keeps you updated. अगर मैं कोई वीडियो डालता हूँ, लाइव शेड्यूल कर रहा हूँ, then you know पहले कि अच्छा हाँ ये आने वाला है. I'm here to attend. I don't think anyone can not use price action, to be honest. So Sunoj is asking, do you use price action or only indicators? I think in today's day and age, you can't not use price action. Most people use some form of some or the other form of it. Whether it is with an indicator or without an indicator is a different question. See, I'll tell you, I mean, this is a little long-winded, but the problem is कि लोगों के mind में, at least मेरे हिसाब से, because of all these reels and YouTube videos on price action and all, लोगों के mind में ऐसा form हो गया है that price action is something which is very unique and different to how trading is otherwise done. The truth is that it's not. I mean, it's just like तुम देख रहे हो price कैसा कर रहे हो, उससे ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. It's not a magic secret. So yeah, I mean, in a way, people sell it in that sense because ऐसा लगता है wow ये कितना cool है और wow कितना accurate है. But it's just a way of looking at price and understanding what's happening. I mean, आप indicator के साथ करो, ऐसे करो, it's like it's personal preference at the end of the day. Just make sure that you put meaningful thought behind every analysis and you manage risk. What's my setup? My setup is what I just showed you. Moving averages and an RSI for the most part. If you check out our videos, इसके ऊपर swing trading videos, some of my older videos in the live trading sessions, then you will get my entire setup. I mean, what all I use anywhere for the most part. And I do multiple things. Like I have multiple techniques. I share the one which is the easiest for everyone to grasp, because complicated दिखा के कुछ मतलब नहीं है, ना तो सामने वाला समझने वाला है, ना तो मुझे सामने कुछ there's no reward for me. Like I'm not going to get anything out of it. Plus the other person will get confused. This way, when I'm sharing simple stuff, even though it is even though it's still something that I use and still something that works, mera reward kya hai? I'm able to share something with you. I'm able to hopefully make stuff easier for you. आपका reward वो है that you are able to understand it easy. So when I share something complex, both of those things don't happen. So yeah, anyway, thanks for attending, and I will see you all on Tuesday. And of course, if you're on YouTube, then I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, happy trading, happy analysis. See you all in the next one. Thank you.